Okay. So before, your instructions were to graph the piecewise function. Now we have the graph, we have to write this part.
Oh my god.
This is easier.
No.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay? This is the example that they've done for us. Okay? I think one of the easiest things about doing this is finding out what your intervals are first. Is finding actually out, you know, when is this one true? This one is true. Take a piece of paper.
Less than.
This one is true when x is what? What is that number right there? Yeah, Natalie, you were right. It's
2.
1, isn't it? It's 1, right? So the first thing we know is something's happening when the graph is less than 1.
How did you get the less than?
Because it's to the
open
left.
circle.
It's going this way. These numbers are all less than 1 on x.
On its top.
No, which one are we doing? Well, I'm on the line.
The second thing that happens is I have an interval right here. This little piece only happens right here, right? Well, on the x-axis, what is this number and what is this number?
1 and
Well,
2.
it's 1 and 2. These things are happening between 1 and 2. That's how you write that, when x is between 1 and 2. These little dots indicate they should have lines right here. And the other thing that happens is this piece of the graph, which happens when my pink paper is where on x? Right at 2. So it's greater than 2. If I pick any value of x, like 3 or 4,
Okay, so
if I pick x is 3, then my graph is here. If I pick x is 4, then my graph is here. Okay? I pick numbers greater than 2, that's where my graph is. Okay? If I picked the number 1.5, my graph is this. If I pick the number -6, then my graph's going to be here because -6 is going to have this graph. This, yeah. Okay? So to finding your intervals is kind of good. Now all you have to do is what we did yesterday in our warm-up activity was find the slope and the y-intercept of this line.
that's pretty easy.
What is the y-intercept of this line? Ding, right there.
3.
It's right there, right? That's where that 3 comes from. What is the slope of that line? Well, count. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1.
So
What is down
Negative
2
2.
over to the left? 1, right?
Oh.
We went to the left 1.
+2.
So this would be 2. So that's why this is a 2. And I know it's already between when x is less than 1. I'm done with that piece. It's a little bit harder to find your y-intercept of this piece because it doesn't cross the y-intercept, does it?
You just like extend.
But you can see your slope right away. You're going from corner to corner in each box, right? So if this line were extended,
2.
it would go through that right there, wouldn't it?
Yep.
So your y-intercept is 2. What is your slope? Well, it's down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1 has a slope of -1. And we all know that horizontal lines now are just a number. What number is that? Right there.
3.
That number is 3. So f of x is 3 right there.
Okay, that's pretty easy.
Bottom of the page, we get to do it ourselves now. F of x. How many pieces are there to this function?
3.
3. So I need to have 3 pieces. Can we do our intervals first? These will all be ifs. if when is this stuff happening?
Less than -3.
Because we're counting by twos, we
Less or
noticed.
equal to -3.
We're counting by twos, right?
Yeah.
This stuff is only happening here. So I'm going to relate that to this x right here. What is this x value? -3. So this stuff is happening when x is less than or equal to -3. Why equal?
Because it's a closed circle.
Because it's a closed circle. Can I go ahead and find my slope of this?
Yeah.
Be really careful. I'm going to go up 1 and over 2.
3.
3. You think it's here?
That's 3.
Okay, up 1 and over 3. Up 1 and over 1, 2, 3. What do you think? Yeah, because 3 would be right here, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So I'm going up 1, and to the left 3. So that's a slope of
-1/3.
-1/3. So I know it's -1/3 x. So I'm going to go till I hit the y intercept then. So if I went down 1 and over 1, 2, 3, I would hit it right away. It's at -2.
These are super easy.
Where is this happening?
1, 2.
It's happening between -3 and 1, right? So I got to put my x in the middle here. It's happening between -3 and 1. What about equal signs?
Nope.
No equal signs. They're both open circles. Well, what is the equation of a horizontal line right here?
That would be
2.
2.
oh yeah,
2. That's it. What is the next interval? When is this other arrow
where we-
happening?
Just wait, where we get to 2?
Because this line is 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay?
greater than 1.
This is happening when x is greater
Greater
than or
Equal
equal
to, yeah.
to 1. Isn't this 1 right here?
Yep. Oh.
That's 1 right there, right? That's so weird to think about looking at that x-axis. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I find my slope?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I can. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. What do you think?
Yeah.
So I rise 3 and run to the right 1.
So,
So you
negative
3.
So it would be
3.
positive, right?
Yeah.
Be 3x. I don't know where it touches the x-axis yet, but if I went down 3, 2,
No, down 1.
3, no, I gotta
Oh, yeah,
still
yeah,
rise,
I
so I
was
go
looking.
down 3,
It'd be
1,
0.
2, 3, 1 would be 0, so it's kind of stupid for me to write plus 0 there, so I just write 3x.
Awesome.
No, like
These are actually kind of easy. The whole finding the line, hard.
If we could do this and do the domain and range, like with this picture, I would be like, okay. Graphing it on the other hand takes a little work.
Do we have a domain and range on this one?
Yeah.
Let's see, does it say we have to do domain and range?
No, you don't have to. But
We don't have to, but should we practice?
yes.
Yeah, we should, shouldn't we? The domain, left to right.
All real numbers.
all
Any gaps? Nope, all real numbers.
there's a little baby gap
No, there's
for range.
not. Oh.
For range?
No,
Actually,
because
No.
that one, that -3
It's just
one
greater than.
points.
It's just greater than
Okay,
negative
For
1.
range, we're just looking, do I have a graph, do I have a graph, do I have a graph? Yep. Oh, still got a graph.
or greater than or equal to.
Yep,
You
I
still
still
have
got a
one.
graph. I've still got a graph there. I thought I lost a graph, but there I picked it up, didn't I?
So it's just everything.
Oh, but wait, I don't have a graph down here anywhere, do
Yeah,
I?
so it's greater than -1.
So the set of all f of x such that f of x is greater than or equal to -1.
Oh my god. My brain hurts.
Yeah. I don't think I have a brain anymore.
Yes, you do, Natalie.